Welcome to another Matthumanpizza video. In this video we're working on a 1997 Ford Aspire and we're removing this. Might be a mass flow air sensor, I'm not sure, but we're going to remove it and look it up and check and see what's going on. So what I got done so far is I removed fastener down there, 10mm, fastener down here, and remove that fastener, and then pulled off some electrical wires, one right here, one right there, electrical connections. Pulled this up a little bit, that way you can get access to these two bolts down here. And we'll take those two bolts off and I loosened up this hose clamp right here, took off the intake, and once I get these two fasteners off back here, should be able to pull the thing off. Once you get that, all those bolts loosened, fasteners loosened, electrical wires out of the way, you can pull it up as I have it and have easy access to those bolts right there. Alright, once you have those fasteners off, you just got to wiggle the whole thing off. Just wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Keep wiggling. There you go. That's how you remove that. And you can see what the main component is, that resistor that's in there. That resistor is pretty much the main component. The airflow flows through there, and a resistor, the resistance, the electrical properties change based on airflow. Airflow changes the resistance, and the computer it's programmed to respond to differences, and it in turn puts signals in electric and makes it respond accordingly. So that's how you remove it, and installation is reversal of removal. So this has been another Matthumanpizza video. Have a great and wonderful day. It's going to rain. It's going to rain today. It's going to thunderstorm. There's gardens. People love their gardens around here. I mean, put a seed in the ground and it grows. It's not much to it, but it's a really big thing. People. I mean, you survive off food when it's 2018 grocery stores, but we have a whole system of producing crops, mass produced. But it's great to grow your own crops, but don't get such a big ego that you're like, oh, you have to grow crops. Everybody has to grow crops. No, you don't. Okay, so this has been another Matthumanpizza video on a Ford Aspire. Are you tired of the beeping sound when you have the key in? Beep, 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 beep. Well, I can remedy that for you. Down here, right here, is a fastener. Take that off. And then you take, see, this will detach. Matthumanpizza here, just gonna chat with you guys, because I took that part out. This is my vehicle that I'm taking apart for another vehicle, a little project, taking it all apart, just for anybody in the world, mostly the US, to watch and just have fun watching me take apart my car. Quickly, before I get into this, I got for my tripod, I got I got a smartphone. I'm recording, so excuse the shakiness. But once I get the attachment that I bought online, the attachment goes on top of the tripod. I'll be able to put my smartphone on the attachment, and it won't be so shaky. But anyway, this right here, I pulled this out, and there's a spring thing here. Now it doesn't make the beeping sound anymore, but if you want an appropriate fix for this, it's going to be a little it might be a little more than what I showed. This is just a piece of rubber here. So I took that off and I screwed this back in, but this part is part of the mechanism to where you pretty much push this in, and it pushes a switch. It pushes a switch. So that's all this is the haptic HAPTIC, haptic feedback, to where you push it in and you can feel yourself pushing it in. But inside here is the actual electronic part of it, the electricity or whatever. So I think as it is now, it won't beep. I got all this garbage in the front seat because my tools for my videos that I'm going to be constantly producing and putting out every 4 days. But this is the bonus content. Now the battery is it's beeping. So that didn't do it. I need to take that back out. Well, yeah, I got a screwdriver. So anyway, I don't know where my powered screwdriver went, but anyway, oh, there it goes. So if that's loosened, you hear it, it went off. So, oh, it came back on. There's an electrical switch that's making a connection. Okay, I took that metal part out, but in here is the actual it fell in there. So this is pretty much a here's the location of the thing. It makes a bunch of noise, and if you press it in, it's not really a hey, do this is the correct way, because that's not really the correct way. But this is my video to you. Here's a glove box. You can put nice little parts in besides your manual. And your manual, speaking of your manual is amazing. Totally tubular. That is where I found out where the fuel pump shutoff switch was. And that's great. I made a video on it. So, and if you've ever taken apart an instrument cluster up here, they're really, really cool looking once you get them out. Really cool looking. I definitely recommend taking an instrument cluster out at one point in your life, because they're really, really cool. Got the Xbox up here. It's just blocking the old inspection sticker, because this is a junk car. But I mostly have it for a prop, so you can look at it for nostalgia. So there's an alligator clip. It's rusted, but just for the nostalgia purposes. So just to know that I'm a gamer, and hopefully, I mean, you're a gamer. But anyway, and this is a big old pipe I use to go over the large. It goes over the end of pretty much here of the end of the ratchet, and it gives you a lot of. Okay, we're going to be removing that right there, and to get to these little screws that are right here, that rusty screw and that rusty screw, I can't really get a tool in there to get those off, so I'm just going to take off the intake. So I took off a fastener right down here, 10mm, and there's one down here too, and then this should just lift off now, lift straight up. There's a couple more fasteners, one right here, and this should get it up and at least in a position to where you can access these little fasteners. That way you can, you know, get access to them and be able to take them off. And this is kind of, have to get a little wiggle. There's a lot in the way here. A lot in the way. Pull that straight up. It just Alright, so we have enough room now to get those fasteners. Right now I'm going to take off this electrical connection. Just push that down and pull it out. Easier said than done with one hand. Okay. Take it off there like so. Now you should be able to access those fasteners.